A black belt asked a black woman to fight, as a joke. What she did next silenced the entire gym. Where are you watching from? Type your city in the comments. I love seeing how far these stories travel. If you're a cat lover, hit like. If you love dogs, drop a comment. Let's see who wins. And hey, if you love pets, hit that like and subscribe button right now for some extra good luck today. Let's jump into the story. The Iron Fist Dojo in downtown Chicago had a reputation. Not for discipline, not for tradition, but for raw energy, egos, and noise. It was a breeding ground for amateur fighters, most of them young men with just enough talent to feel invincible and too little humility to know better. Tuesday nights were the worst. Open sparring. No restrictions on who could challenge who. If you wanted to impress someone, that was the night to show off. And that's exactly what Marcus Kane lived for. Marcus was a second-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a former college wrestler, and the self-proclaimed alpha of the dojo. Loud, lean, fast, with a mouth as fast as his hands. He wore custom rash guards, filmed his own takedowns, and once told a female blue belt she should stick to yoga. So when Ava walked in that evening, quiet, alone, and unknown, Marcus saw a target. She wasn't flashy. Just a dark-skinned woman in her early 30s with her hair tied back in a simple bun, wearing a fitted red athletic shirt and black leggings. No belt. No entourage. No one knew who she was. Ava signed in, stretched silently in the back, and waited. Marcus leaned over to one of his boys, laughing. Who invited the Peloton instructor? They snorted. The head coach, Tony, nodded toward the mat. All right, open sparring. Let's keep it clean. That's when Marcus made his move. He stood in the middle of the floor and pointed straight at Ava. You wanna go around? He asked, flashing a grin. I'll go easy. The gym chuckled. Phones came out. People smelled blood. Ava looked up, made eye contact, and calmly said, "Sure." Marcus pretended to stretch, playing it up for his friends. Let's give the new girl a warm welcome. They touched gloves. The bell rang. What happened in the next 20 seconds would replay in that gym for years. Marcus came in cocky, hands low, bouncing on his feet. He threw a lazy jab to feel her out. Ava slipped it. Stepped in. Then the storm hit. A spinning elbow. A sweep. Transition. Back control. Tap. The room went dead silent. Marcus rolled over, blinking. Wait. Run that back. They reset. This time he charged. Bad idea. She ducked, clinched, and launched him into the mat with a hip toss that echoed. A second later, she had him in an armbar so tight the assistant coach stepped in before he could tap. Gasps filled the air. Yo, who is she? Someone whispered. Marcus got up slowly, chest heaving. Lucky shots, he muttered. But he didn't ask for a third round. He just walked off, red-faced, trying not to limp. Ava didn't say a word. She stood, bowed, then walked back to the wall and picked up her towel like it was just another day. But the whispers didn't stop. 10 minutes later, Coach Tony pulled her aside. "Can I talk to you a second?" he asked. They stepped into the office. Tony looked at her, eyebrows raised. "All right, who are you really?" Ava hesitated for a second, then pulled out a folded ID card from her duffel bag. It read, AVA Jordan, 6X MMA National Champion, Team USA. Tony blinked. "You're Ava Jordan?" She nodded. He stared. "I used to watch your fights. You disappeared." Ava gave a small smile. "Tore my ACL 4 years ago. Surgery. Recovery. I moved, took a break. But I missed training. Found your gym online." Tony looked out the window toward the mat, where Marcus was icing his ribs in the corner. "You do know he thought you were a total rookie, right?" "I figured," she said. "That's usually how it starts." That night, the gym group chat exploded. Videos. Replays. Slow-motion highlights of Ava flipping Marcus like a bag of groceries. Marcus didn't come back for 3 weeks. When he did, he kept his mouth shut. Ava, meanwhile, became a quiet legend in the dojo. She never bragged, never showboated. But when she rolled, the mats went silent. People watched, learned, respected. And every now and then, a new guy would show up, see her warming up, and whisper to a friend, "She looks easy." The old members would just smile. One night, a teenage girl approached Ava after class. "Do you think someone like me could ever fight professionally?" she asked. Ava looked her in the eye. "Someone like you," she said. "Absolutely. But first, learn how to break their ego before you break their arm." Because Ava had learned something long ago, real fighters don't need to shout. They don't need to prove anything to anyone. They just wait, and let their silence do the talking when the moment comes. So the next time someone underestimates you, just smile. And when the time's right, show them who they're really dealing with. Because respect, it's not given. It's earned, on the mat, in silence, with every tap and every step you take forward without ever needing to say a word. Thanks for watching.